And for more on this, we're joined by Olivier Costa. He is a political scientist and research professor at Sciences Po Paris. Thanks for being with us here on France 24. So Morocco is now also reportedly under investigation for potentially trying to bribe members of the European Parliament. Is it your sense that we've just touched the tip of the iceberg here and that we'll see more lawmakers caught up in this scandal? How deep does this go, do you think?
I have no idea, but what we can say is that the European Parliament is today a very central institution in the functioning of the EU. The EU is deciding on very crucial issues. Morocco has maybe tried to bribe people regarding fishery policy, also commercial agreement. I mean, the stakes are huge. So we can imagine that there is an incentive for corruptors to do things. And so I'm not that surprised that we have a scandal now, but it's very difficult to say how deep the problem is.
What do you make of the promised reforms that Roberta Metsola, the president of the parliament, announced on transparency and access today? Do you think they go far enough?
Certainly not. I think it's a bit shy. The European Parliament has been discussing on those issues for now 30 years. It's not always easy to find an agreement. Many things have been decided, but it does not go fast enough to meet the targets. And so a certain number of things are proposed, but still there is no obligation for lobbies to be on that transparency register. For instance, there is the idea that members of the European Parliament should tell about the gifts they get. But why should they get gifts? Maybe we should ban gifts for members. There is also the issue of revolving doors for members who go and work for lobbies or other countries after the mandate, and then they come back in the European Parliament, and no one exactly knows what they are doing there. So I think that we need for more reform than just what was proposed today.
Well, specifically, one of the things that was suggested, limiting access to the Parliament building, for example. How effective would that be, considering that lobbyists can still wield influence outside of the physical building?
Yeah, so I think we need now a major reform that could be the creation of a big European agency for ethics that would have a lot of powers of investigation and sanction for all the members of the European Parliament, but all the actors of the EU. It's not limited to the European Parliament.
Sorry, we're going to have to cut you off there. I'm sorry for interrupting there, but we have to go to Brussels right now. French President Emmanuel Macron is making some comments at the EU summit. Let's listen in.